This is Error 404, and I'm here to talk to you about the Nintendo Switch and why I think it's going to outsell the Xbox Scorpio. So first of all, we have to look at Nintendo and Microsoft's track record with these type of products. So for Microsoft, we see that the launch price of the Xbox One was $499 and came only with a Kinect. You were not able to buy one without the Kinect. Now if you look at something like the Nintendo Switch, we know that the Nintendo Switch is going to launch with a $299 price point. Now, if you look at the Nintendo Switch's launch price, it is $299 and then $349 for the deluxe version. But if you take that into account with a $499 price point for the Xbox One, that's a dramatic difference. $150 can buy you a lot of games. It can buy you, which now is going to be required for Nintendo, their online service. It can buy you a subscription. It can buy you a new headset. It could buy you a new controller. I think the controllers for the Nintendo Switch, the Pro ones, are going to be about $50. The reason that I think that Microsoft is going to follow the pattern of a $500 launch price, I could see them doing a $400 launch price if they did not include something like the Kinect. But the reason I can see them doing that is because they're more targeted towards hardcore gaming and full-blown specs, whereas Nintendo is more targeted towards their franchises, gaming in general. With the Nintendo Switch, I feel like it's a very good direction that Nintendo is moving in because Nintendo's never been on top of physical hardware. And if they were trying to compete with Microsoft or Sony with physical hardware, we are pretty sure that they would lose. And even if they didn't, Microsoft and Sony still have a massive game library with high fidelity gaming, whereas Nintendo really doesn't have anything like that. So what Nintendo is really trying to do is they're trying to take an audience that they already have, which is people who love their franchises, people who love the fun and interesting way that Nintendo has always been, how they have something different and interesting to the gameplay of the console. And they took that to a new level. They took hardware that would be lower than what the current hardware is. In fact, I think that the hardware of the Switch isn't going to be quite as good as the Xbox One and PS4, but it will be on par and it'll be able to play similar games. And they added the portability aspect of their lineup. They added what they have with the Nintendo Wii U and what they have with the 3DS, converged it into one platform. And I think that's really intelligent for Nintendo to do because they have, I think, even a bigger user base on the Nintendo 3DS than they do the Wii U. Because people have always, ever since Pokemon, ever since 1999, have loved the Game Boy. They've always loved the portable aspect of Nintendo. The console aspect of Nintendo PlayStation is when this really started to happen. But Nintendo's been get trumped by other people who have better software and better hardware. With the Sega Genesis, you can see very clearly that the hardware, the specs, consoles like the Sega Genesis, the Sega Saturn, the CDI, they've always been able to beat Nintendo as far as hardware is concerned. I don't know if it's deliberate that Nintendo has never been on top of hardware, or if it's just that they want to make money by producing consoles and then selling them at a cheaper price point. I don't know if perhaps it's to get a cheaper product to everybody so that everybody can game. But whatever the case is, I think that instead of competing in a market that's already dominated by other people, it's very smart for Nintendo to be able to take that knowledge and produce a console that actually can be used for everybody, actually can be delivered to everybody. People who are in the portable gaming aspect. Not only will it revive portable gaming with the rise of tablets and smartphones, but this will be very good to bring new people in. This will be very good to revive that market. You know, I've always seen Nintendo as sort of a wild card. Nintendo's always going to be around. Sony's always going to be around. Microsoft's always going to be around. But it's not, I mean, it may be cutting into Microsoft sales, but the biggest thing that we can see from the Nintendo Switch is that it's going to bring people back to Nintendo. It's going to bring new people to Nintendo. It's something that people have wanted for a long time. It's something that people can really get behind, the portable and console in one. Every once in a while, Nintendo brings something really beautiful to the table. They bring something that doesn't necessarily cut into the other markets. I mean, they probably do in some respect, but it brings something to the table that people appreciate. People are able to see for what it is and buy it. it's its own thing. Nintendo's always been an outlier. They've always been somebody that has done something different. And we saw that with the NES that revived gaming. We saw that with the N64, which brought 3D gaming to everybody or to a wide market. And we're seeing that again with the Nintendo Switch, which is bringing gaming to everybody. It's bringing gaming to people that don't have a Switch with the multiplayer. It's bringing gaming to communities that are not able to afford high fidelity gaming by giving games like Skyrim. Hopefully, we'll get some games like Fallout. I do think that the Nintendo Switch will outsell the Xbox One, but I also think that the Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony all have a place in the market today. So whatever you like, go out and get it. Go out and support that console because I think this is going to be a three-way console race. This is Error 404 signing off.